Okay, last day of the Defy, and we're going around the brands. Next up, we've got Duotone. Who better to talk us through the Duotone range
than me?
Mr. Jordy Vonk in the house. Jordy. We're at the Defy, first day. It's absolutely ballistic before the first start.
That was hectic, wasn't it?
You smashed the first race.
That felt good.
I was going to say.
That felt good. I mean, it was my first Defy Wind race at all. Yeah, like the first one I won, like from all the years, right? Like I never won a Defy Wind race, so it was a first ever, and it felt really, really good.
I was going to say, all the big boys are here. You know, everyone's competing for that prize.
Yes.
And like I said to a few people, if you're into wave sailing, like, Keeper is kind of the one you want to win, the lower classic. And I think within fin racing, it's Fuerteventura and definitely the Defy Wind. You know, like those.
Yeah, it's a different status. It's something special, no? Yeah. And especially, I always feel that whenever they watch the World Cup and they see the smaller amount of people, they're like, why is there not more people racing? And I'm like, at 1,400 to us, you know, and it's actually still us in front, right?
By a way, there's always like a bit of a gap. That top sort of 15, top 10 or whatever it is, there seem to be a little bit better than the rest. It's these boys are so quick. For people who don't know, I know my sort of average speeds. I spoke to a few guys who've been looking at the Water Speed app, checking some stuff. What's your average speeds? What's your top speeds at the Defy this week?
I think the first race, the average was around 62, 63 kilometers per hour over 9 kilometers.
Knots?
30, almost 32 knots average on the whole first reach.
Jesus.
No, that's quick. That's quick.
And what gear were you on?
So the first race I was on a 6.2 and 98 liters.
Yeah.
And it's been basically all around that. So I've been using 5.7 with the 89 liters.
Yeah.
I've been using 6.7 with the medium board, so the 118 liters in the last race.
Oh, you've been on the medium board?
I've been on the medium board the last race. And it's...
And how heavy are you?
103, 104 kilo, 193. So definitely one of the heavier guys.
Yeah.
That's what I also felt when I think the second race I was leading as well.
Yeah.
And I stopped. I just hit a wind hole and I couldn't move and I stopped.
Was that the one I beat you in?
100 people passed me and I think you were one of them, so.
No, these boys are quick. Right, we're going to talk about racing stuff. We're going to talk about some free race stuff because I know you've got some new free race stuff in the boards and in the sails, the No Cam. But let's firstly touch on the main race sail, the warp fin.
Yeah, it's actually a year where we've been changing quite a lot of stuff. You know, there is sometimes that it's just the colors changing, but this year on the warp and on the other sizes or other sails we will talk about, we really changed some stuff. I'm actually super happy on the warp that we brought back the 6.2 size.
Okay.
Because we always went from 5.8 to 6.8, and for heavier guys, like I can be overpowered on the 6.8 and jump to the 5.8.
Yeah.
But we really had some speed guys or people doing the Defy who are like, you know, that in between size we're actually missing.
I'm a 6.2 guy.
Exactly. Well, me too now.
Yeah.
Me too now. Because
that's my sort of size for a lot.
No, man, it's amazing. You know, first of all, that size is absolutely amazing, and then here in the Defy, it's been super useful. You know, because that race, I think most of them were on 5.6.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a bit heavier, and then with the 6.7 would have been too big, and 6.2 was spot on.
Yeah.
You know, so the size is changing a little bit. It's one thing. We changed some other aspects, like the boom is reduced a little bit. It's almost 4 centimeters shorter.
Okay. What does that do it effectively for having a shorter boom?
So the sail becomes lighter and easier to handle.
Okay.
But of course, this you also need to compensate with still keeping that drive, you know, because otherwise you'll be like, oh, make it 10 centimeters more short, no, and then it's even easier. You know, it doesn't really work that way. You know, we needed to change the bottom of the sail for the sail still to have the pull. And also to jibe a little bit tighter. You know, with the shorter boom, you can pull a little bit more aggressive and make the jibing easier. So we shortened it by 4 centimeters, which seems to be the perfect balance between having enough backhand and power to go and having that easier jibing and a bit lighter feeling on the straight line.
I know you do a lot of clinics. You're obviously dealing with a lot of people. Just we're talking about sales. any rigging tips for most people out there? What's the most common mistake you see people doing when they're rigging a race sail?
I think
it varies, obviously, but
it varies a lot. But to me, the biggest mistake is that people are not trying out everything.
Okay.
You know, they rig the sail and they go, and they either have a good session or they have a bad session.
Yeah.
You know, but they see always the pros tune, right? They come back, they change, they come back, they change. But actually, normal people, the amateurs, should do the same. You know, they should put it on the recommendation settings.
Yeah.
You know, download it all the way. Go sailing for 15 minutes, come back, release it by 2-3 centimeters.
Yeah.
Go sailing again and see where your potential is.
Yeah.
You know, like what actually felt better, towards more downhole or towards less downhole. You know, or put the outhole. It's a new boom, so it's not on it here, but I always recommend adjustable outhole.
Yeah.
Especially here on the Defy, you know how big the difference is.
Huge.
You know, between Porto La Nouvelle and here.
Yeah.
You know, it's huge.
It's actually an amazing race for testing and tuning. If you can adapt,
yes.
So you get so many different things happen.
Yes.
Upwind, downwind, windy.
No, to me it's a crucial part. But also for the people at home. You know, you don't need to go back to the beach and change. But also there, you know, try one time super tight.
Yeah.
And try one time completely loose. Yeah. Because I can tell the people whatever, you know, but if you don't have a feeling for it yourself, it's hard to, you know, keep that across your whole range.
Do you find different riders have different styles? Which
of course.
The sail is different because
a little bit, yeah.
Pros that happens, you know. Off the top of my head, I always remember people saying Ross Williams, he sails different to other people, and you know.
No, but I could see it also on when Marco Lang, for example, was still on tour. He was always using less downhole than me.
Yeah.
But then I'm tall, and I generate a lot of power from the gear.
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of needed more downhole to release because I'm generating more power with my body.
Yeah.
So there is a personal touch to it.
Yeah.
When I'm rigging, my father has warps and falcons as well. And when I tune his gear, and I'm like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
He goes, he puts, he's like, shit. You know? And if you ask me, it was perfect.
Yeah.
You know, and this means there is a personal touch to everything. But the only way to really know what's best for you is by trying it out.
GPS? You use the GPS?
Yes, but feel and one-on-one sailing with someone.
Okay.
Because there's days where, let's say I'm doing 32 knots and I'm the fastest, and there's days I do 36 knots, but others, you know, so it's you cannot say like, oh, I went 35 knots on a 7.7, so I was flying. You know, it can be a really fast day, you know, and then you go somewhere else, maybe you do 31 knots on that same gear, but you're the fastest, you know, so it's all relative. But of course, when I'm completely alone, I always have my watch running because it can be motivating too, no? And you can be pushing for more and more and more. So.
Okay, so race sail. Anything happen with the board? I know the last time we could stay on the sails, or do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, we have the boards inside, so let's go to the smaller sister.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the full race sail. And as we're moving into the S-Pace, which is the
it's 3-cam. It's basically easier than the warp. If you crash, the mast sleeve, especially from this moment on, is not even half of what it is from the warp. So you don't have to be as scared for the sail to be in the water and the mast sleeve completely filling up and impossible to get out.
Okay.
But that's one thing. But you also feel that in general the S-Pace is a bit more powerful.
Yeah.
So when I will be, let's say, on a 7.7 warp, I will most likely use a 7.3 S-Pace.
Okay. So that's interesting. I think probably a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, people always think a race sail is very powerful.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not.
Yeah.
There is a reason that, for example, yesterday, let's say I'm on a 5.7, and people on a wave sail are on a 4.5.
4.2.
Or 4.2, yeah. 4.2, you know, but because actually wave sails are way more powerful.
Yeah.
But because they look so flat, people don't think they are.
Okay.
You know, but on a light day, what you go, 5.0, 5.3?
Yeah.
No, I go 8.5.
Yeah, no, it's true.
You know,
I tell people a lot of that because I'm saying, you know, people saying, oh, you're at the Defy, what sail you on? I'm like, I've been on 4.2 every day. Okay, there's a few times we were doing some testing, but still, people are like, what? And you're like, yeah, but you're using all the sail.
Yeah.
You know, with a race sail.
There's so much release, you know, there's so much downwind. When you compare them here, you have a little bit less. You know, the profile is less extreme in the bottom, so also the release in the top.
What's that aimed at? Like, it's a free cam, race sail.
I would really
lighter, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because you can use a smaller size in the same kind of wind.
Yes.
You know, so let's say if it's 18 knots, I would use a 7.7 warp, but I would use a 7.3 S-pace. So it's already less sail to handle, which makes it easier to sail.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's been going through similar changes with also the boom being shorter. You often see that from the warp stuff we figure out there, we translate into the S-pace as well. So it's been changed a little bit on the loft curve as well to give it a little bit more high end, because the S-pace was really, I want to say, better performing in the low end rather than the high end. And you feel that people feel like, hey, there is camber, so I want to have more high end as well. So yeah, that way we designed the sail more towards that way.
Okay. Let's move from that to, is this the new sailing range? Because I did see some advertisement more recently. Is this the X?
This is the X-Pace.
Okay.
This is
brand new.
This is brand new. This is a very exciting product, I would say. Because people who know the Duotone range, there was always the E-Pace.
Yes.
E-Pace was our freeride sail.
Yeah.
And I would say it was really more of a beginner freeride sail. You know, it's a sail that makes you, like, you don't have to pump. Yeah. You know, you just hang back, the wind comes, and you plane.
Yeah.
Amazing in case that's your level.
Yeah.
But if you really want to push some speeds, but have nothing to do with cameras, we basically had nothing in the range.
Okay.
You know, it was, the E-Pace was then at one point getting, you know, like
at the top end.
No, it didn't have. You know, it didn't have enough release. You know, and if we would have put the release,
you would have lost what it was good at.
Yeah, you need to pump to plane. You know, and most of the people who were using that sail, you know, needed that super easy kind of planing sail. So that's why we didn't want to change the E-Pace towards more performing, because it's really good in what it's developed for.
Yeah.
But that means that we needed to come up with something new, which is the X-Pace, which is basically a slalom sail without cameras.
So it's, I would say, free race, no cam.
Yeah, exactly.
Free race, no cam. I've been using a lot of this type of sail. Obviously with Simmer, we've seen a few of the brands we've actually been talking to. So it is definitely a place in the market for this.
100%. 100%.
It's probably a great place.
Perfect.
Do you know what size it goes down to?
I think 5.4 is the smallest.
Okay.
But rumor has it that we might make some smaller. Make some smaller sizes as well.
They're the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have the smaller one, even though we got.
Yeah. No, I think I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think we're working on a 5.0 and a 4.5 as well. Okay. Because there's some demand for it, you know, and
again, forget me if I'm repeating myself, but I've been saying it a lot of videos about the no cam sails. The good thing that people I think need to know is you can actually sheet out a no cam sail. You know, with a cambered sail, you're locked in. As soon as you release it,
yeah.
I don't know, like that's what I've found in my sort of sailing.
Yeah, I mean, people are often just scared for it, right?
Yeah.
Like they
jibe. When you got cam sail, if you sheet out, you kind of lose what it's good at. You've got to drive through the jibe.
Yeah. It's more technical.
Cam, you get these big gusts, you can kind of sheet out because it goes neutral.
Yeah. No, and you can really see this back in the profile as well. You know, like the wind blowing from the other side.
Yeah.
You can really see there's a lot of pre-tension in the sail.
Yeah.
So normally when you roll out the sail, it's completely flat.
Yeah.
Here, you see that without any wind, because the wind's kind of blowing from the other side, there's already a lot of profile in the sail, which is very different compared to a regular no-cam sail. And that really makes the sail load up here, and it's putting you like a slalom sail. It's insane. Yes, yes.
With their brands, no cam.
When I posted the video, there were some comments like, "Oh, I want to see this team rider on that one, and then you on the X-Pace." I think it would have been amazing.
I'm a weirdo and a sad.
No,
I was thinking last night, or I was thinking, I can't remember. I was thinking, imagine if the Defy Wind had like races for the brands, and it was like, right, this race is a twin cam race.
Yes.
Is a no cam race, and it was the top boys all on their whatever, the free wave race.
Yeah.
I think it would be so interesting. I mean, maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments.
No. I'm sure, and I will be happy to do it. I will be happy to do it. I will be happy to do it. I think it's really cool because I was putting it on a Falcon, like our dedicated slalom board. You know, I was going out. I was like, this is actually awesome. I just had to get used to after the jibe that you don't have this profile having to switch around. So you have like this instant acceleration. So I was like, whoa, you know, I had to get used to it. But it must be fun. And I don't think we'll be much slower.
No, but that's what
I don't think we'll be much slower.
See how I know with me, I'm not that much slower. And the ease of use and just a lot of other things that go with it. I've kind of, you know.
I think a lot of people are on these kind of sails, while they should be on this kind of sail.
Smaller sizes. You know, when you get in the big sizes, okay, there's definitely some benefits and grams and stuff, but definitely the small.
Oh, I was on a 7.3 and I loved it. I loved it.
Well, there you go. I think it says it all. I think it says it all.
Definitely.
Any more sails we need to touch on? I mean, that's kind of it for the Defy stuff.
Yeah, I would say these three sails are, if you go for performance, are the three options you can choose for. You know, you want to win races, fair enough, you need the warp. You know, if you are really more into racing with a bit easier handling S-Space, and I would say this is something everyone should try. You know, because I think a lot of people can take a lot of benefits from these kind of products.
Okay, 100%. Right. That's it for the Duotone sails. We're going to come back for Duotone boards very soon. Stay tuned to the channel. Definitely will be the next video. Duotone boards with Mr. Jordy Vonk. Excuse me. Have you seen this video? This is a banger. Oh, there is another video up here we recorded a while ago. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. And a little tasty little beer icon here for me and Alfie. You know you want to.